plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now Sacramento starting 5. We've got Trey Lyles. Levine is out there with Monk. Then it's Sabonis, and it's Murray in at the 3 spot. Now here's Okongwu. Sinks the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Monk. Pass to Levine. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Giving this team size out of the backcourt. Levine has enough strength to convert there through the contact.
And the Hawks have been part of the play-in tournament 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, since that run, Kevin, in the 2021 conference finals, it has been tough sledding for Atlanta. They've really been stuck in middling in that 7 to 10 range, which is forcing you to play some tough opponents in those early rounds. They have not overcome that.
And it's Sacramento's ball to the middle. And the dunk by Lyles.
Oh, great pass from Murray. I like whenever he looks to get his guys involved.
Out to the wing. Here's Rizichet. And there's the call on Rizichet. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Levine, a screen on Levert. Monk kicks to Levine. Into the lane. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
Here's Johnson. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Kings have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. On the wing, Murray. Levine sets the screen for Monk. Outside, Levine. 5 to shoot. And he drives in. Okongwu grabs the board.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Quinn Snyder. I asked him what plan he had, if any, for Zach LaVine. He said, my focus is making sure he doesn't get any easy shots. We have to contest every attempt. It's about mitigating the damage, not preventing it. So it looks like he'll settle for just making LaVine work as hard as possible. Guys?
Thank you, David. They're running. Levert with a wide-open look. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson.
From range, Levert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor him.
Now, here's Monk. Here's Lyles. And another 3 for Sacramento.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Here is Daniels. Okongwu with a screen on Monk. It's good. Nice touch there from Okongwu. Okongwu's now got 5 points so far. The drive by Monk. And then Monk with the dunk.
And Monk doesn't fool around when he's driving. He's got room to go up for the finish there, and he just lifts off with power.
Johnson sets the screen for Levert. Lobbed up there for Johnson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. The drive by Monk. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Johnson to the inside. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And here's the fast break. It's deflected. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Levine against LeVert. Kicks it out to Johnson. They grab their own miss. Out left to the wing. Here's Rieseshay. Johnson outside. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Okongwu slams it in.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Here's Sabonis. Rebound by Johnson. Here is Daniels. He's covered by Murray. LeVert kicks to Daniels. And the three ball is good.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And so it's Atlanta with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing up. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
It feels like the three-point line has opened up really early in this one, too. They've been looking confident from behind the arc, but there's a lot of attempts going up.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Trae Young. Larry Nance out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Krejci in at the 3 spot. So it's the Hawks now. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Out to Nance. 6 to shoot. Oh, jams it right over Valanciunas. Wow.
So pretty when Larry Nance Jr., even at his size, gets a chance to glide.
Now the Kings went from 3 seed in 2023 to out of the playoffs completely, Brent, last season.
Well, it speaks to how competitive the Western Conference was. You know, you got to realize, Kevin, Sacramento won just 2 less games than they did after that magical run in 2023. The West was just better, so the Kings got to fill some holes, find some pieces, and hopefully have some guys improve upon what they did last season.
The Kings trail by 6. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
The Kings making a switch here. Carter's checked in. Ellis surveying the D. Pass to LaRavia. Back to Ellis. Here's LaRavia. Down low. It's stolen by Capella. Takes it inside. Young from outside. Good on the three-point shot. Young's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Good up-tempo play there from Young, firing that shot off before the D could react.
Back to Valanciunas. Out to DeRozan. Pass to LaRavia. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does. Again, the miss by the Kings. The Hawks leading by 7. Here's Mann. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. DeRozan with it. And guarded by Capella. Carter with the bucket.
Oh, that's a terrific dime from DeRozan. And this is why guys enjoy playing with him.
Inside. And it's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Pass touched by Valanciunas. Young passes to Mann. Young drives in.
Just no easy way to get around Valanciunas. He's outstanding on the defensive end.
Rose finds DeRozan. Hits the mark, and Capella sends it back. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. There's 1:59 left here in the second. And here's DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. Hit the floater. Greg, every year injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Shots good from Young.
And that's where Young is just so comfortable. He lives well beyond the three-point line.
On the wing, Ellis, defended by Mann. Ellis outside. Launches it. Rebound by the Hawks.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Young for 3. Carter pulls it in.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage. That's a really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
The Hawks leading by 7. Pass to Mann. Here's Krejci. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first half. On its way from Young for 2, and the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
Nothing wrong with being physical, but that's just over the top.
Ellis with a screen on Young. Carter kicks to Ellis. For 3. Nance with the rebound. Atlanta has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball.
There's some steely moments that come from Trae Young, and I'll tell you what, if the defense is getting under his skin, he rarely shows that.
The Hawks again can't hit. The Kings trail by 8. Here's DeRozan. And the layup's good off the glass. DeRozan's got 6 in the quarter.
Getting aggressive inside. DeRozan refuses to waste that opportunity.
Young against Ellis. The kick out to Young. Nance with no one around. Drills it from outside. Nance has got the lead up to 9 now for the Hawks. Here's DeRozan. And he trained. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off inside.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, some...
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The game, 22. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And guys, without question, Okongwu displaying his skills today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Now, this is going that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
On the court right now for the Kings. Murray out there with Trey Lyles. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then it's Malik Monk. And it's Sabonis in at the center position.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
LaVine finds Monk. And then Monk with the dunk.
And it's just easy to love the energy with which Monk plays. Whenever he's close to the rim, he is looking to make a statement.
That bucket in no time at all. Okongwu's now got 10 points.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be mentioned for the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, you're just out there trying to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul. That's his first foul. Jay Crowder's checked in for Trey Lyles. Here's Levine. They push it up 4-on-3. Daniel from outside. They get it back, and the call will be against Sabonis. That is his first foul of the game.
Team first.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Johnson with the block. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Levine looking around. Wide open look here for Murray. And again, unable to change momentum here. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Young for three. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Valanciunas has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And one of those guys, Brent, who can take over a game, sometimes from beginning to end, is Trae Young.
It is remarkable, Kevin, especially at his size in today's game. It reminds me a lot of playing against Allen Iverson, a guy who could dominate the game as a small player, and that's what Trae is. But what he can do offensively, the instincts that he shows, the way he can get it going offensively, he's truly a remarkable talent in terms of a small guy dominating a big man's game.
Lets it go from deep. Again, Young missing. The Kings trail by 15. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Again, the miss by the Kings. And the Hawks with possession. They're on a 13-3 run right now. Young for three. And DeRozan sends it back.
And defensively, that's the kind of energy you want to see from DeRozan as he comes away with that denial.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Ellis against Young. Traps in the tray. Young's got 6 here in this quarter.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Pass to Capella. Young with the ball. Now Valanciunas defending. Here's Nance, and the jam by Larry Nance.
Just so easy the way Larry Nance Jr. just gets up off the floor.
Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. 44 seconds left in the third. Here's Krejci. And here's Nance. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 4 assists in the game.
Comfortable shooting off the pass that time. Larry Nance Jr. in a catch-and-shoot opportunity.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Monk for 3. Cranes the three-pointer. Monk's got 10 points.
And you got to love that three-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
DeRozan on the wing. In the corner, it's Levine. DeRozan passes to Sabonis. For three, Levine. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks out in front by 17. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The front court is Rizuche and Johnson. Daniels out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Okongwu in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And stolen by Murray. On the wing, Levine. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And good job by Levine fighting for that position.
Here's Okongwu. Offensive rebound. Johnson kicks to Okongwu. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by DeRozan. And Levine, here we go. And the jam by Levine.
Mercy, that was downright dirty. Levine, yes, sir.
They get it again. From deep three-point territory. From past the arc. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time. Levine's got 7 points for the quarter.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Team first.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And so Monk will bring it up for the Kings. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Murray finds Levine. On the wing, Murray. LeVert defending. Murray, the pass to Levine. Fires the three. Another three for Sacramento.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally, the run they needed to get back into this one.
Finally got themselves in the trenches. Momentum completely shifted now. We've got a tight one here in the final period.
Daniels from outside. Sabonis grabs the board.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Murray sets a screen for Sabonis. Murray kicks to Levine. Going.
Oh! Look out below! That finish. Whew. And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive.
Levine dishes to Murray. It's tipped. Daniels with it. Now guarded by Monk. A wide open look here for Okongwu. No good with the triple. Murray the pass to DeRozan. Monk for three. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. LeVert against Levine. LeVert is screen on Monk. Three-pointer, Daniels connects from three-point range. And now a 10-point Atlanta lead.
Yeah, I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor. And they give them a good open look from the perimeter.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Here's Okongwu. Pass to LeVert from outside the arc. Rebound by Murray. The Kings trail by 8.
And how about the confidence on display from Levine? Just daring the D to get physical with it.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
Here's Okongwu. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel. And the Hawks lead by 9.
0 defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open three.
Monk sets the screen for Levine. And Valanciunas kicks to Monk. Levert against Levine. Valanciunas passes to Monk. Clock at 4. For 3, Murray. Again, the miss by the Kings. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
And it's great to watch Monk share the ball. He's a more than capable passer when his mind is right.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Daniels, no good. And the shot goes down. And so the Hawks take the win. Trump, RIDA, thanks again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
looking at these.
Teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. We've got Mitchell. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Tyler Hero, and it's Ware in at the 5, roaming the paint. And it's Miami's ball. Pass to Mitchell.
Right there!
Launches a 3. Okongwu with the rebound.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
The 3 from Rizashe. Unable to get that one. Now here's Wiggins. Hero for 3. He drops it from range.
Put Hero anywhere on the arc and he'll shoot it. I mean, he is so confident.
Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to LeVert. 4-3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Hero. Here's the 3. That shot missing. Atlanta's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc and picked 20th back in 2021. Jalen Johnson might end up being the steal of that draft, coach.
Well, look, Brian, when we see guys take a big jump like Johnson has, it's usually because they have shot the ball better like he has. He's really blossomed during his 3rd year and still has plenty of room to grow.
Oh, it's stolen by LeVert. In transition, here they come. Jumps up, and the big dunk at the end of the break.
On the fast break, LeVert's energy is everything. He sticks with the play the whole way and sinks it.
Hero, the pass to Wiggins. Fires the 3. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
And just an incredible effort on the offensive glass.
Wow, follows it up with the putback to finish the play. Miami shooting their first free throw of the contest. A multiple-time All-Star. What aspect of Adebayo's game stand catches your eye nightly?
Well, Brian, I'd say it's not one thing. He's a very complete player. He can rebound, defend, pass, score. This guy does it all.
And by all accounts, a great teammate as well.
That's exactly right.
So it's Miami now. After the Hawks picking up a basket just moments ago. And Jalen Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
Yeah, absolutely no hesitation from Hero. He shoots at will from range.
Okongwu, a screen on Hero. Okongwu, the pass to Johnson. Here's Daniels. Pass to Rizashe. Takes a 3. Rebound Miami. Now Adebayo. The kick out to Wiggins. Launches it from deep. Okongwu with the rebound. The Hawks trailing. The 3 from Rizashe. Adebayo grabs the board. The Heat have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. And Mitchell launches it from deep. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Atlanta's gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. And here's Okongwu for 3. And he buries his first look. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Again, the Heat misses. Atlanta's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Back to Daniels. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Johnson. Puts up a 3. Drains the triple.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Heat trail by 4. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. 2 on the clock. Mitchell misses. The Hawks lead by 4. Johnson passes to Daniels. Outside Johnson. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. 19 seconds left in the first quarter here. Hero outside. Pass to Adebayo. Oh, they get a hand on it. Shoots over Johnson. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And that does it for the first quarter. The Hawks on top. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Hawks.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
They've got Larry Nance. Terrence Mann is out there with Trae Young. Then it's Clint Capella, and it's Krejci in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. And the Heat unveiling the statue of Dwayne Wade, Stan, the face of the franchise forever.
Yeah, Brian, you think of what he meant to this organization, propelling it to its very first championship and then attracting other stars to Miami. He is truly the foundation.
Nice work inside from Young. Not afraid of trying his luck down there.
Deflects the pass. And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Miami making a switch here. Love's checked in. There's Young with the 3. Rebound Miami.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
There's a screen by Love. Hawkins. He drops it from range.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Nance the screen. And he lobs it up top. And Nance with the slam.
You want to take away the shooting of Young, but in the pick and roll, Trae can dish it effectively.
Works for 3. And that's collected by Trae Young. The Hawks lead by 8. And a fast break now for the Hawks. And Nance with the slam.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
And you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Young from long range. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. And here we go, the Heat fast break. Here's Jaquez. Hits the three-pointer. Now just a 5-point Hawks lead. And, Coach, you took the Magic to the 2009 NBA Finals. Give us an idea of the different kind of pressure that exists in the finals.
Well, I didn't really feel as much pressure, but at the end of it, it was excruciating to get that close and to have a chance and then to lose in 5 games. Like, you know, even then going through it, that it's going to be hard to get another chance at it. So I would just sum it up and say excruciating.
And it's Larry Nance with a foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Team first.
Quarter number 2 in around 3 minutes gone by. Burks goes in, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Nance for 3, and Atlanta hits again from deep.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Outside Love for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. For close to a decade now, Stan, Clint Capella has been a double-double machine.
Well, Brian, I think the key to Capella is he knows who he is. He's a great rebounder, rim runner, and shot blocker, and then he doesn't force things offensively, and that's why he's had one of the highest shooting percentages in NBA history.
KYG, know your game. Now here's Young. He's got 5. Nance with a screen on Burks. Left side Young. That is Trey's shot. The 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
This one for 3. And the Heat, another 3.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from it.
Using his size to full advantage, he beats everyone to the ball.
Here's Jovic. Knocks it loose. Now Young with a steal. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Krejci. Sinks the tray. Krejci's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for. Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Pass to Krejci from the arc. The putback controls the rebound and the putback. And the Hawks lead by 9.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Robinson for 3. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
And the triple tightens this game up going into the break. Should be in it.
Okay, Ali, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the 3rd quarter.
Get ready for the fan half-court shot. Come on, please. And measuring up the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Without question, Jaime Jaquez displaying his skills today.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Setting the floor for Miami. Tyler Hero is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Ware in at the 5. And 6-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Graham.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate. And they've swayed the outcome of games. Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Wiggins, right side. It's stolen. Here's Daniels. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
And leaking out well in transition. I mean, I like seeing Daniels get rewarded for hustling.
Wiggins outside on the take. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Adebayo, a screen on the vert. Adebayo up top, tries it from 19, and it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Adebayo's got 5.
Just another thing that Bam brings to your team, the ability to knock down jumpers.
There's a screen. LeVert with the ball. Guarded now by Mitchell. Daniels passes to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Atlanta foul. Daniels. Third personal. Team second.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Has to Ware. Now Mitchell. Three-pointer. Sends it home from three-point land.
Yeah, a versatile player. Hero is terrific at sensing when his guys are open.
Daniels passes to LeVert. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Heat trail by 4 at 6'9". Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. The Heat have gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. His Hero. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
LeVert outside. Just 5 to shoot. Johnson. The rebound by Ware. And so it's Wiggins with it. He brings it up for the Heat. It's a 5-point game. There's a minute 59 left in the third quarter. Back to Mitchell. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Mitchell. .152 left in the third quarter. LeVert outside. Outside Johnson. Pass to Daniels. Johnson a screen on Mitchell. And there's the lob. And stolen by Adebayo. Fast break. Here come the Heat. Ooh, an open look for Hero. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Hero's got 7 points for the quarter. And your first NBA coaching job was with the Miami Heat, Stan. That was as an assistant back in the 90s, just a few years ago.
Yeah, just a few, Brian. And the Heat have changed a lot. The game has changed a lot over those years. Look, back then, the Heat were probably the most physical team in the NBA, and it was just knockdown, drag-out fights all the time.
Here's Rizachet, and the bucket is good. And now it's an 8-point Atlanta lead.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Adebayo sets a screen. Here's Hero. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
They're just letting the play develop. Hero is gifted at reading and breaking defenses down.
Wiggins against LeVert. On the wing, Daniels. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. Pass to Jovic. Anderson with a screen on Nance to the paint. And finished off by Anderson.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Down low. Here's Nance. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. Outside Jaquez. He got it up. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Well, it's been an exciting game, Clint.
All right, everyone.
What a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Atlanta leading by 4. Clint Capella out there with Larry Nance. Then it's Terrence Mann, then it's Trae Young, and it's Krejci in at the small forward. So that's the Hawks 5. The 3 is up. Rebound Miami. Fast break, here come the Heat. Anderson gets the bucket.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
There's Young with the 3, and it's Miami with a rebound. Jovic has got 4 rebounds now. Burks goes in. Anderson for 3. Capella with a rebound. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Mann. Back to Young. Here's Krejci from downtown. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. And the Hawks lead by 5.
Yeah, what a look. I mean, Young, a high-level passer.
Here's Burks. That's tipped. It's stolen by Nance. He goes up, and Nance with the slam.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Nance with a screen on Burks. Young, the pass to Nance. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. From behind the arc. And that one's good. Hawkins for 3.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. LeVert outside. Shot clock at 6. Johnson for 3. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 4 rebounds now. It's Hawkins on the wing. And it's flushed down. A nice jam. And neither side able to take control of this game.
Yeah, at this rate, it's going to come down to a photo finish.
Daniels, that one's true.
And how about Daniels embracing the spotlight? He loves hitting these big-time shots.
Miami trailing. Here's Hero. Outside Hawkins. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
Rising to the challenge, Adebayo stays under control and hits a big-time shot.
Pass to Daniels. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside to LeVert. Picked up by Okongwu. LeVert with the ball. Hero picks him up. The shot by LeVert, no good.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Left side, Hawkins. Adebayo sets a screen. Hawkins, no good. Atlanta's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. And here's LeVert for 3. Sinks it from distance. And the Hawks lead by 2.
Easy to see why they trust LeVert's judgment. Impressive watching him getting it done in a big spot. A huge bucket for Hero. I mean, we've seen it do it in the finals, and the moment not too big for Tyler. Oh my, Shea, just huge.
And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Yeah, in these moments, Hero knows he has to step up, so he works hard to find the bucket.
From deep, Johnson. He can't get that one to fall. Miami has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Hero. It falls!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Back to to Daniels. LeVert outside. Pass to Daniels. Johnson with it. Over Adebayo. And that one hits the back iron. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
Now here's Hero. The D's right on him. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. With it. Pass to Hero. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I can't believe that took so long. They needed to foul much sooner.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
They should have a play prepared for this scenario. Little time, you need a three. Of course, the D will be guarding the line, but no one said it was going to be easy. They're looking to even the score with a huge three.
Absolutely need a three here.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
There's Young with the three, and he drills the triple. Oh, a tremendous three. We're tied. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. The inbound pass. Oh, he got it! He got it!
Well, credit the screen there, springing in loose for the finish.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
This has to be a lob close enough to the basket to tip it in. No time for a catch and shoot.
Yes!
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
They've got Onyeka Okongwu. Larry Nance is out there with Jalen Johnson. Then it's Rizashay, and it's Daniels in at the point. The offensive rebound, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. And the Hawks lead by 2.
Just a great follow-up move by Daniels. Coaches love guys who are ready to fight for the play.
Pass to Adebayo. All alone. Rebounded by Johnson.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
It's stolen. On the push. Here comes Atlanta. Nance outside. Okongwu with it. Fires for 3. Connects from downtown. And now it's a 5-point Atlanta lead.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And they have a never-give-up attitude.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got 0 quitting now.
Heat trail by 3. Here we go. Outside Mitchell. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. In overtime, here a minute and a half gone. Adebayo sets a screen. Hero for 3. Nice D from Nance. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. Pass to Daniels. And here's Okongwu. And he gets the bucket.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
The Heat have gotten 1 shot to fall out of 3 in OT. Kicks it to Hero. From deep. Rebound Atlanta. They've led by as much as 10. In transition. The 3 from Rizachet. They get it back. And so they foul intentionally. Stolen by Mitchell.
Well, that's just a great feel for where the ball was going. He got himself in the right place and made the steal.
A basket here would give them some breathing room.
Slow down. No need to hurry. Take the best shot available.
Again, the Heat misses. Johnson against Jaquez. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Daniels. Just 4 to shoot. Okongwu, a screen on Mitchell. Up again.
This OT has been somewhat lackluster, mainly because both teams are clearly...
All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our...
Star-Spangled Banner.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. RJ, this could be a battle. One in the trenches, each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school, should be a physical contest.
So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Mitchell. Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the 5. Now Murray. After Tyler Hero's three-pointer that didn't go. Ellis kicks to Murray. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass.
Adebayo with a screen on Ellis. Hero. Rebound by the Kings.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Takes the 3. Ware, good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And so Monk will bring it up for the Kings. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
Here's Hero. After the Kings pick up 2, there's a screen. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Check out Levine getting artful at the rim, leaving the defense just completely clueless of how to stop it.
No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. And the Heat, another 3.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Now here's Levine. Pass to Monk. Ellis with a screen on Wiggins. Kicks it out to Ellis. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Guys, I did have a chance to talk with the head coach of the Kings. They were raving about an opposing player, in this case, Andrew Wiggins. Coach said, I have tons of respect for Wiggins. 100% effort on both ends. Andrew can beat you scoring it, but he can also be a shutdown defender. High praise for Wiggins, the former first overall pick. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know, he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Now, here's Monk. Sabonis, the pass to Ellis. Kings moving the ball around. Monk sets the screen for Levine. Clock at 6. In the corner, it's Sabonis. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist.
Clearly, Sabonis has that shot dialed in before he even gets the ball. He catches it and shoots it with a quick release.
Hero against Ellis. Left side, Sabonis.
Heat foul. Ware. First personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, the drive by Monk. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And how committed is Monk there on the attack to the rim? When he puts it on the deck, he's looking to take it all the way.
Mitchell passes to Hero. Wiggins, a screen on Monk. And it's Mitchell missing.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
On the wing, Monk. Murray finds Monk. Another three for Sacramento.
How about the quickness of that release by Monk? An experienced catch-and-shoot player who feels comfortable firing from deep.
Basket good. And so Monk will bring it up for Sacramento. Sabonis sets the pick for Levine. 26 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Murray. Just 5 on the clock. Levine with it. Out defended by Adebayo. Murray for 3. And Ware pulls it down. Mitchell in the corner. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis.
Miami ball.
Out to the right wing. 2 on the clock. And Adebayo throws it down.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
It's all tied in Sacramento. And the close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
On the floor for Miami, we've got Alec Burks. He's out there with Duncan Robinson. Anderson is out there with Jaime Jaquez. And it's Jovic in at the 4. You know, RJ, we talk about DeMar DeRozan scoring, but he's also a terrific passer.
Yeah, his first couple years in the league, DeRozan averaged less than 2 assists a game. Now, making plays for others is a big part of his game.
Pass to Fultz. Up top, DeRozan. Makes it off the glass.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. Anderson outside. Over in the corner, Jaquez. Robinson left side. Shot clock at 5. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Kings ball.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Fultz the pass to DeRozan. Miles with the screen. Back to DeRozan. 6 to shoot. And it's Wiles in the corner. 13 feet away. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Wiles got the lead up to 5 now for the Kings. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Richard, we've seen how far basketball has evolved from 10 years ago to 5 years ago to now. What is it looking like when you go ahead 5 or 10 years?
I think in 5 to 10 years, we're going to see more and more centers that are just so skilled. Taller players, more Kevin Durant's. You're going to see more Wemby's. You're going to see more Chet Holmgrens because they're not just putting the tall guy underneath the basket. They're giving him the ball and teaching him how to run pick and roll now.
DeRozan kicks to Fultz. The Kings need to get off a shot here. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Getting up there with the slam, DeMar DeRozan leaves nothing to chance.
Anderson, a screen on DeRozan. Here's Robinson. 2 free throws coming up, and folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
For the Heat, Duncan Robinson taking 2 shots. The play is under video review.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And I like the aggressiveness of DeMar DeRozan's game. He's constantly testing the defense, looking for any weakness he can exploit to get a bucket.
Arabia passes to Fultz. Sacramento moving it around. DeRozan against Robinson. And it's Valanciunas that time on the assist from DeRozan. Valanciunas has got his first bucket in this one. The Heat trail by 8. Burks kicks to Robinson. From deep three-point land. An absolute pound from three-point range.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Outside DeRozan. Pass to LaRavia. And a miss there on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
There's the triple. Jovic, no good. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. Hey, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Oh, boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
The drive by Ellis. And got hung up on the dunk. Quite enough elevation there, I guess. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the call will be against Sabonis. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For Miami, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. He doesn't get the second.
I know he's kicking himself for not snatching the lead. But look, he tied things up.
The Kings have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
and hard not to get excited about Keegan Murray's potential. He can shoot the ball. He rebounds it. If this guy continues to grow his game, he could end up being a high-level impact player.
Here's Adebayo. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Keegan Murray.
That is not a simple finish by any means. Adebayo had to keep his focus, makes the D think twice about getting physical with him.
And so Monk will bring it up for Sacramento. Ellis left side. In the corner, it's Levine. Stolen by Hero. Deflects the pass, and some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Heat out front, ending the thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
The post pair form will be Murray and Sabonis. Monk is out there with Ellis, and it's Levine in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat. Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
Wiggins drives in. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
The Kings have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Levine wide open. Again, Levine missing. Miami trailing. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Honestly, if you're the defense, you should be ashamed not coming up with a steal on that pass.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's Mitchell. And he makes good on the layup. Mitchell's got 8 points. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Here's Levine. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 3 assists now in this one.
Inside the paint, Levine's agility is just a difference maker. That's what allows him to get to almost any shot.
Mitchell kicks to Ware. Wiggins drives in. And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And so here is Miami. It's a 1-point game. Back to Mitchell. It's stolen by Monk.
Good instincts to read the path. And oh, wow. Yes! Ooh, boy, that's some great speed. Athletically, Levine is just a step above most people.
Hero passes to Ware. 3-pointer. Hands it from downtown. 10 points for him.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
On the wing, Levine, covered by Mitchell. Monk with a screen on Mitchell. Shoots. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And the Kings lead by 2. Here's Hero. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And there's that vertical of Hero. Gets off the floor with ease and just hammers that one down.
Here's Ellis. It's hauled in by Hero. Heat have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And the Heat, another 3.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
Monk sets the screen for Levine. Sabonis finds Levine from downtown. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Running the play like clockwork, Levine expertly creates some space with the pick and roll.
Wiggins, a screen on Monk. Kicks it out to Wiggins. And the Heat, another 3.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Murray, the pass to Monk. Here's Levine. That's tipped. And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
Second personal foul. Third team.
That's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Miami leading by 4. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Sacramento's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Valanciunas dishes to DeRozan. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Valanciunas, good.
Nice execution on the inbound. Just how you want to draw it up.
Anderson finds Robinson. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Heat missing. And as we finish the 3rd quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Miami ahead. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for me.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the floor for Miami starting the 4th. Duncan Robinson out there with Alec Burks. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Anderson. And it's Jovic in at the power forward. The veteran DeMar DeRozan, RJ, a terrific player, a great scorer.
And he's been doing it for a long time. He has been an elite scorer since he picked up a basketball.
Here's Burks, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Timeout, Sacramento. The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in with what the Kings head coach said to his team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thanks, David. Jaquez with the bucket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Levine passes to DeRozan. Back to Levine. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. Just 5 to shoot. Sabonis a screen on Adebayo. For 3, Levine. No good on the shot.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Back to Jaquez for 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 7 rebounds in the game. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Levine.
What determination from Levine, finding his finish despite the contact.
Kicks it out to Hero. Adebayo with a screen for Hero. No good on the 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Monk finds Sabonis.
Heat foul. Wade. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Monk against Hero. 5 on the clock. Here's Levine. And Levine with the slam.
Well, Levine is fired up tonight and having no trouble finding points for his squad.
It's Hero with the drive. Jaquez with a wide open look. Buries it from 3-point range.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
On for 3, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. Here's Hero. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. Pass to Jaquez. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
And how about Valanciunas coming through here? When it's a big possession, giving it to him is a great idea.
Hero kicks to Adebayo. 1:43 left in the 4th quarter. Hero with the screen on Levine. And the ball out of play. The Kings will inbound.
Oh, I see. Picking the worst time to lose control. This is why patience is the key in big moments, people.
They set the pick. Monk, the pass to Levine. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Here's DeRozan. Pass to Valanciunas. Sacramento moving it around. Here's Monk. And that'll be 2 free throws. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
Shooting for Sacramento. Malik Monk.
And I think when it comes to some...
The play is under video review.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to have a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Shoot 2. Gets the first, and that brings them within 2 here. And Monk drops them both.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Jaquez sets a screen for Hero. That one goes. Count it. And the Heat lead by 3.
And, you know, some guys shrink as the game tightens. Hero calls for the ball. Clutch.
Hero against Monk. Back to Levine. Uncovered. Good. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
They're a smart move.
And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. The Kings making a switch here. Ellis is checked in. Mitchell passes to Hawkes. Back to Mitchell. And Sabonis pulls it down. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And LaVine, here we go.
And listen to me. Once LaVine gets a lane, he's going to charge. Earning the foul in the process, just a beautiful thing.
And so both free throws good that time. That puts him ahead.
And nice there. He does not waste those opportunities. Just what they needed with this game still in doubt.
Adebayo against Sabonis. Yes!
And he just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Now here's LaVine to win the game. Oh! Then shot at a chance, but no good.
That's the end of the game. We thank you once again for coming out and showing love for your
David, thank you as always.
some of the better teams to play for and are the most dangerous in terms of setting up your scheme defensively. Coaching staffs have a really hard time trying to get their team ready against an opponent that moves the ball as often as both of these teams do tonight.
Now Atlanta starting 5. Ricochet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Karis LeVert is out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5, down low. Here's Daniels. Knocks down the triple.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Left side Monk. And a Kongwu with the block. It's LeVert on the wing. Defended by Murray. Pass to Ricochet. Johnson for 3. Crowder grabs the miss. About a minute into this first quarter. Right side Monk. Outside Murray. He buries it from 3.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
Now here's Monk. Here's Levine for 3. Okongwu with the rebound.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Okongwu, 1 shot.
Here's Daniels. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock them down.
Oh, wow!
Yeah, and that was a big-time flush. I love whenever Murray takes flight like this.
Okongwu, no good. The Kings have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Monk into the lane. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Oh, that was nasty. A 2-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Here's Levine for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Here's Daniels. Give him 8 points now. And that's a foul called on Domantas Sabonis. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Atlanta with the ball. Daniels misses. Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
Now here's Johnson. Offensive rebound. Pass to LeVert. Lets the 3 fly. Ricochet, no good.
Defensively, you pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
Here's Sabonis. Outside Levine. Now Murray. It's stolen by Johnson. LeVert with the ball. Checked by Murray. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
KBA, the Hawks are figuring it out. Coach Quinn Snyder said growth isn't linear. We want to just keep improving. The players have bought in. They're working. They're practicing hard, hitting the film. Everybody has been absolutely coachable. I think we're learning. Guys, it's all about the journey here.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that next step. That's how it's done. Thanks, Allie. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Now here's Levine. He's covered closely. Murray, no good. The Hawks leading. Here's Johnson. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Johnson's got his second basket of the game.
Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
And a fast break now for the Hawks. Throws it down. And the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on Keegan Murray.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover. Reese Sachet does things with the ball in his hands that not many of these rookies can do.
Lays out. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. Here's Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. And here's a Okongwu for three. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. 29 seconds left in the first quarter. The three from Valanciunas. The ball's knocked loose. Outside for Levine. They shoot again. Murray for three. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine. Murray's got 8.
Early on in his NBA career, Murray's showing he's a capable shooter.
There's the screen by Johnson. And he's going for the oop here. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
A bit undersized, his hops make him a legit small ball 4.
Murray for three. The shot won't fall. From deep three-point range. It's good.
Did he get it off in time?
It counts at the buzzer.
That's a feel good.
Wow. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. They've been very effective from the three-point line. That's the key for them so far. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
So far, they've had a lot of success off fast break plays, and they'll probably continue to push the tempo as much as possible.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming, so they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
We've got Jonas Valanciunas. Markelle Fultz is out there with DeMar DeRozan. And it's Ellis in at the 2. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. They grab their own miss. Here's Nance.
Love the effort from DeMar DeRozan, making things tough on the shooter.
Puts up a deep 3. Man misses. Kings trail by 7. DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few three-point shots, Greg.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick.
Young, the pass to Nance. The 3 is up. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Nance has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Ellis driving to the basket, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
They got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
And Brent, the Kings have the pieces to compete and finally creating some stability.
Yeah, after that 16-year playoff absence, just being a factor in the West has Sacramento and their fans really, really exciting. Again, the pieces are there. Will they push it this year to get back in the mix?
Screen by Capella. Young from long range. DeRozan with the rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Count that bucket. Ellis has gotten 4 this quarter.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And here comes the break. Banked it in off the glass. Ellis has got 6.
Terrific feed from Valanciunas, a big man scanning the deck.
Young missing again.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Over to the wing. The three. They get the rebound. Pass to LaRavia. Lets it go from deep. And it's DeRozan missing. Well, the Hawks shooting just 37% in the game. And here's Mann. Screen by Young. Here's Krejci. Three-pointer. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. And the Hawks lead by 4.
And no question, Trae Young is a very special passer and playmaker on the floor.
Snatched up. Valanciunas passes to LaRavia. Now here's DeRozan. Here's LaRavia. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Just 5 on the clock. Tries yet again. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Atlanta leading by 4. To the wing on the left. Nance for 3. Rebound by Sacramento. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's DeRozan. Muscling it home. DeRozan.
And DeRozan, just so crafty on those moves, slips right through the contact for the finish.
Young looking around. To the inside. Capella. And it's Capella with the jam.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risks pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there.
This takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
There's Young with the 3. Young with the signature tray.
Young knows his range to answer his opponent.
Timeout called. The Kings. There's 48 seconds left in the first half. Fultz passes to Valanciunas. Fultz with it, and it's Mann picking him up. Here's Ellis. Outside for Fultz. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Sacramento shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. The Hawks leading. Right side, Young.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Off the inbound pass. Buries it from 3. Young's got 6.
Well, if you're going to allow Trae to squeeze off the 3, he's going to squeeze hard.
Oh, there's the alley. Tipped away.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Pass to Mann. Beyond the arc. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Hawks ahead, up by 4. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Risache in at the 3, small forward. And now the Hawks on the break. Here's Daniels. And he buries the open 3 to cap the break. He's got 15.
And leaking out well in transition. I mean, I like seeing Daniels get rewarded for hustle.
LaVine challenging, and a nice finish on the layup. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend. And now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
The Kings making a switch here. Valanciunas is checked in. Pass to LaVine. The 3. And LaVine knocks down the the three.
And Levine knows he has the green light to take these shots, and his confidence is really impressive.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Lyles, he's checked in for the Kings. Outside Levine. Oh, and the jam by Levine.
That's the sauce right there. I mean, every night, Levine approaches the rim like it's a dunk contest.
Outside for LeVert. Here's Johnson, and that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
Oh, beating everyone to the ball. Great activity on the offensive glass.
And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And so he makes both from the line. And Atlanta with possession here. They've led by as much as 10, and the Kings have held tough. But it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Greg.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level.
And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. To the middle. Here's Okongwu. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Okongwu's got his first basket.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
LeVert outside. Pass to Rizachet. Takes the 3. Counted from distance. And now it's a 10-point Atlanta lead.
Yeah, good mechanics and a high release. Rizachet's shot is pretty refined and ready for quick attacks like this.
Lyles, the pass to Levine. Outside Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Levine finds Murray. Lets it go. Shot by Levine, no good. Atlanta leading by 10. It's Daniels with a drive. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Tons of first step quickness from Daniels.
Oh, it's stolen by LeVert. Pass to Daniels. Levine with a steal. Now the Kings in transition. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Valanciunas has to eat. That's a vicious finish.
The assist.
Levine with a steal. There's the triple. Knocks down the long J. Levine's got 10 points here in the second half.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
LeVert outside. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. And the Hawks lead by 10.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
You gotta keep that head up, and Levine knows that. Able to hit his man in stride there.
LeVert, a screen on Monk. LeVert outside. Pass to Rizachet. And here's Okongwu for 3. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Murray with it. Now LeVert defending. Oh, got a piece of it. Daniels passes to Okongwu. Back come the Kings in transition. Here's Levine for 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And any decent look from distance, he's taking it. He has that locked-in mentality right now.
Seems to be taking it on his shoulders aggressively to shrink this lead. They really needed those points.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
And a new group getting ready for the Kings. Laravia's checked in for Murray. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Lyles. Ellis is checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Fultz in for Monk. Valanciunas passes to Fultz. Shot clock at 5.
Blocking foul called on.
Sacramento shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Third team.
First one falls for him.
At the line for your Kings. Ellis.
Hits both from the stripe.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Young, the pass to Capella. Fearless from Young inside.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Here's Laravia. The shot is good. Fultz making the play. Fultz has got 3 assists now in this one.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. They've got DeMar DeRozan. Markelle Fultz is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Ellis in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Nance outside. He's got a clear path. The finish. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
A stylish flush by DeRozan, flying up and making a big-time statement at the rim.
So pretty when Larry Nance Jr., even at his size, gets a chance to glide.
Oh, DeRozan hits it anyway.
Smart play call to get him something at the rim.
While taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Pass to Krejci, out left to the wing. Here's Capella. Count it, and the foul. DeMar DeRozan picked, and they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
People.
The play will be reviewed under NBA rules.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Some changes for Sacramento. Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Domantas Sabonis. DeRozan comes in for Murray. And Ellis is subbed in for Crowder. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I was able to listen in on the Kings head coach talk to his team during the break. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
Thank you for that, Allie. Pass to Ellis. And out of bounds. The Hawks will have it. Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta.
Now into the lineup for the Hawks. Number 17, Onyeka.
The Hawks lead by 4. Daniels passes to Okongwu. Atlanta again missing.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
DeRozan, rebounded by Johnson.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
Okongwu, no good.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Monk finds DeRozan. Picked it out of midair. And here's LeVert for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. LeVert's got 9 points here in the second half. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. And you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
To the paint. Here's DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Now That's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's a Kongwu. And right through it goes. And the Hawks lead by 7.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Yeah, this is an unbelievable performance from Levine. His offensive skill set is amazing.
Valanciunas against a Kongwu. Takes it inside. The kick out to Johnson. Pure from three-point range.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
DeRozan, dribble drive, and the dunk by DeRozan.
And when he's got momentum on his way to the basket, DeRozan is going to finish hard. No reason to take any chances there.
Okongwu, no good. Kings trail by 6. Here's Levine for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Daniels passes to Okongwu. They grab their own miss, and they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Stolen by Valanciunas. Now the Kings in transition. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Stolen by Valanciunas. DeRozan with the ball. And Johnson picks him up defensively.
Yeah, the defense expects DeRozan to try and score, but he's smart when he makes the extra pass.
The Hawks lead by 4. Here's LeVert. And rebounded by Zach LaVine. Here's Ellis. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
Yeah, man, DeRozan is fired up. These situations just fuel his competitiveness.
Back to Okongwu. Pass to Daniels. 4 on the clock. Here's Rizachet. Yes!
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
And here's Valanciunas. Another steal. Now LeVert, the putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Hawks lead by 6.
Such a talented offensive player. LeVert is a great option late.
And it's Monk missing. When you look at all the turnovers, boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
And now we've got an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's an 8-point ball game. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Atlanta with the W. Thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.
Here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The front court is Shea and Johnson. Karis LeVert is out there with Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here is Daniels, covered by Wiggins. To the wing right side. Here's Shea. It's good from long range.
Got to get out on that if you're the defense. This rookie Shea can really do damage from the perimeter.
On the wing, Mitchell. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. And it's the Hawks' ball. High post Johnson. Adebayo on him. Fires for 3. And Ware pulls it down. Instead, it seems like time and again, the Heat uncover those hidden gems, turning unknowns into big contributors.
That's one of the things they do best, Kevin. The list of names like that is long, but look no further than Udonis Haslem, whose jersey they retired last season. Their hard work culture seems to breed those kind of success stories.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
And with that height and incredible leaping ability, Wiggins can throw it down as easy as anyone.
Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by the Heat. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Outside, Hero. Wiggins outside. Hero sets the pick for Wiggins. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Mitchell finds Wiggins. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Wiggins has got 5 now.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
Maybe that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Here's Shea after the basket by Davion Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. LeVert from outside. And it's Miami with the rebound. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Off target from 3-point range. The Hawks trail by 6. Stolen by Hero. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss.
And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. LeVert with a wide open look. They can't stop the run with that one. The Heat leading by 8 on the wing. Wiggins. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Mitchell passes to Ware. And there it is for him.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here. Had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Miami Heat. Left side, Hero. Adebayo kicks to Hero. 6 on the shot clock. Adebayo the screen. Hero no good. Here's Rizachet. He's covered by Hero. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Mitchell passes to Adebayo. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Miami Heat holding on. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Miami.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
We've got Jaime Jaquez. Alec Burks is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Anderson, and it's Jovic in at the 4 slot. It's the group on the floor for Miami. And Atlanta has possession. The Heat knocking down the tray. Pass to man. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Young with the steal. And they're on the break. And the foul on Alec Burks. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Jaquez with the steal. Goes up. Trips down the breakaway slam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Grady lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Now Robinson. Larry Nance missing from long range. Jaquez the pass to Jovic. Clock at 6. Back to Jaquez. From the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Jaquez has got the lead up to 14 now for Miami.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
Robinson drives in, and it's Robinson with the jam.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Now, here is Young, still without a basket. The shot's good from Nance. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
Burks looking around. Here he goes. He gets that one. Burks has got his first points in this one.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
The Hawks trail by 16. Capella with a screen on Burks. Young dishes to Capella. And Nance kicks to Young. From deep. Traps in the tray. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
And most of the time, you expect Young's 3-ball to fall. That's just how good he is.
Robinson for 3. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. Atlanta's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Nailed from 3-point land. Jovic has got 6.
And showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Yeah, there was definitely...
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
Larry Nance Jr., fouled in the act of shooting a three-pointer, will have 3 free throws. The play will
and I think when it comes
to NBA rules, 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
It's so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Robinson pulls it in. Heat leading by 14. And Trey Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And here are the Heat now. Jaquez sets a screen for Robinson. Lets the 3 fly. Atlanta with the rebound. Here's Capella. Here's Krejci. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Miami Heat sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor.
Substitution on the court.
On the court for Atlanta. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Levert out there with Daniel. And it's Rizachet in its small forward.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Hero passes to Ware. Wiggins outside. Hero sets the pick for Wiggins. 6 to shoot. Got a piece of it. Three-pointer, Daniels. Drills it from outside. Daniels has got the first basket of the third quarter for Atlanta.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Ware dishes to Mitchell. Here's Ware. Wiggins outside. They set the pick, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. The Hawks trail by 11. What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League, and now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been, and he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Back to Adebayo. And taken away by Johnson. And Okongwu slams it in.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
And how about the confidence of Wiggins? His teammates want him to take those shots.
Here's LeVert. Lays it up off the glass. LeVert's got his first bucket in this one.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Hero kicks to Wiggins. Back to Hero. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It goes on Jalen Johnson.
And how about the moxie of this kid? Hero has flair to his game. He's fun to watch. And I tell you, he wouldn't be any fun to play against.
Here's Daniels. 6 points for him. Over to the left wing. Rizachet with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Here's LeVert. Takes it off the glass.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Outside, Hero. And the foul on Dyson Daniel. And that'll be his third foul so far. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. I'm going back in my Rolodex here. Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness.
From range, Bert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor him.
Now here's Wiggins. 8 points for him. Here's Ware. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. And it's Wiggins missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Here's Johnson. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 3 assists in the game. And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
And it's the Heat with the ball. 17 points was their biggest margin. Burks for 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Burks has got 5 now.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Nance finds Young. From past the arc. The offensive rebound. Here's Krejci. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Heat leading by 7. Pass to Burks. Hawkins with a wide open look. No good on the triple. The Hawks have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. And it goes down 2 points.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Burks against Young. We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Shot clock at 6. Hawkins sets a screen for Burks. Hawkins with the ball and guarded by Capella. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here's Mann and foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. For Atlanta, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throw.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork. Right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
3 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. We've got Alec Burks. He's out there with Robinson. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Anderson. And it's Jovic in at the 4 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. The Hawks trail by 4. And Young, here we go. Here's Krejci. And the dunk by Capella.
And that's Capella getting rewarded for his effort on the glass. Love when that kind of hustle pays off.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. If that 3 goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Here's Ware. Johnson with the rebound.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately.
Let's give him another big hand.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Here's Mitchell. And he gets the whistle. 2. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised. Foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Daniels. He's covered by Hero, and he gets the bucket.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, there is no quit in this team. Making up for that slow start with great composure and determination.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. That'll put Davion Mitchell on the line. It goes on Jalen Johnson. For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 6 in the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll.
Assertive play by Richer. Not every rookie is ready to shoulder the big moment.
Outside, Hero. Pass to Adebayo. On the wing, Mitchell. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Hero. For 3, Mitchell sinks the three-pointer.
Fantastic bomb there, just especially against the taller defender.
Here's Daniels. Is defending to the wing on the left. Back to Okongwu. Pass to Daniels. Over to the left wing. And it's Ricochet missing. Miami trailing. Here's Ware. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point-blank range and also a size advantage. Yeah, big play on the front end to finish despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
To the middle. It's intercepted. Mitchell right side. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. And now a 4-point Miami lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Miami.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Hawkes right side. Mitchell outside. Back to Hawkes. 5 to shoot. Money!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Daniels with it. Picked up by Hero. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Pass to Okongwu. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And the Hawks can't hang on to the ball. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. On the wing, Hawkins. Mitchell finds Hero. With the drive. Good!
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
A 3 off the inbound. And so it's Miami winning this one. It was by David Beggs.
And so off the tip, it'll be the Heat. Now the starting group for the Sacramento Kings. We've got Domantas Sabonis. Malik Monk is out there with Zach LaVine. Then it's Murray, and it's Valanciunas in at the center position.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
And Richard, whenever Sabonis plays, it's surprising if he doesn't record a double-double.
Oh, they're usually monster double-doubles also. Close to 20 points, 13 rebounds, and at least 6 assists. Domas, he is an offensive hub.
And Wiggins has got the ball here for Miami. Pass to Adebayo. LaVine against Mitchell. Clock at 6. The fader. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Against length, he tries the fadeaway. It's just a low probability shot.
Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
And the shot's good by Wiggins.
I like that. Give Wiggins something in rhythm, and he knocks it down.
Left side, LaVine. Let's go with a 3. And Hero grabs the board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
On the attack, Wiggins.
Slicing his way to a shot. Wiggins can be so crafty inside.
Sacramento has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Wiggins with a steal. Mitchell with the ball, and Sabonis picks him up defensively. Adebayo from long range. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. LaVine against Mitchell, and Andrew Wiggins gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in.
Such a fluid play. LaVine is in the air right on cue to put a smooth finish on that alley-oop.
Murray against Hero. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. And Grant, the Heat last season retiring Udonis Haslem's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire 2-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Now here's Monk. And he lobs it up. 6 to shoot, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Monk. And we see former Heat superstar Dwayne Wade back in Miami to watch the game.
And think about it, B.A. He's meant so much to this organization and to this city. It's really great to see him back showing his support for his old club. Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, there are some players who felt the 65-game requirement for postseason awards was too high. The NBA's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, said, quote, "You're still allowed to miss 20% of the season. People pay to go, and they want to see their stars play." Brian, it's all about the fans.
True enough, Allie. Thanks. Now here's LaVine. Murray from outside nails it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
Hero, the pass to Adebayo. Nails it from 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Mitchell, the pass to Hero. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Hero's got 9 points.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond. And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Has to wear. Fires the three. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Murray with it. Fires from deep. And the three-pointer goes. 6 points for him.
Showing the range. Murray is very consistent from out there.
Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. Monk with a steal. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Back come the Kings in transition. It's tipped. Back to Levine. Picked by Murray. Levine attacking. Oh, and the jam by Levine.
Check out Levine getting artful at the rim, leaving the defense just completely clueless of how to stop it.
Pass to Wiggins. Going inside. Now here's Adebayo. Gets it off. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer. Great Tyler Hero has been on display for the Miami Heat. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. Back to the game after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on Miami so far?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
Taking a look at Sacramento, they've got CLA-PL. DeMar DeRozan is out there with Markelle Fultz. And it's Ellis in at the 2 spot. Just 4 to shoot. Into the lane. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Richard, something you notice about these Kings, they shoot plenty of threes.
And that's the modern game for you, B.A. But Sacramento shoots especially freely. You are right. And those shots often connect, so I doubt that trend changes for them anytime soon.
Richard, you played for great teams and rebuilding teams. How different is the atmosphere between those types of organizations?
The expectation to win from everyone, top to bottom, that's what stands out to me. Everyone takes their role seriously and professionally.
Now here's Burks. Jaquez with a screen on Fultz. Outside Jaquez. Jacks up a 3. It doesn't go for him. Kings trail by 7. Here's Ellis. Off target with the 3.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Here's Jovic. No good on the 3. Sacramento has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Labissiere. And another miss by Sacramento. Miami leading by 7. Right side, Burks. Robinson passes to Jovic. There's the 3. And Fultz pulls it down. For Sacramento, they've got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. From outside the arc. The shot by Labissiere, no good. And for Miami, they're shooting about 47%. A nice number. Here's Jaquez. Fires in the triple. And the Heat lead by 10.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Here's Labissiere. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Labissiere's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Burks. Soft touch off the glass.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
Outside Fultz. And Jaime Jaquez gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Pass to Labissiere. Shot clock at 6. Launches it. Rebound Miami. here's Jaquez. Here's Jovic. Misses the three.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Fultz with it. Guarded now by Anderson. Here's Labissiere. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Heat leading by 10. Outside Robinson. Anderson with a screen. Fires from the wing. Hauled in by the Kings. Labissiere's got 4 rebounds now. DeRozan deciding where to go with it. Pass to Labissiere. The 3-ball. The rebound by Burks.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
56 seconds left in the second period. Novic's shot is off. Kings trail by 10. DeRozan gets going. Pass to Ellis. Second chance shot. Here's Laravia. And the ball out of play. The Heat will have it. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of this game. The three gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
And it's Laravia missing.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Pass to Burks. Knocked away and out of bounds. Sacramento will have it. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Monk. Outside Levine. And so it's Miami in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. How about Tyler Hero displaying all of his skills today?
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Davion Mitchell is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Well, Grant, the Kings are one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, B.A. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference.
Kings trail by 13. Ware. Valanciunas covering. Pass to Hero. He takes it in. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And just letting the play develop. Hero is gifted at reading and breaking defenses down.
Picked his pocket. And there's the foul. It's on Zach LaVine. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Hero for 3. Rebound by Sacramento. Here's LaVine. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Sacramento shooting their first free throw of the game here. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
Shooting for Sacramento, Sabonis. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules.
Still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry. Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Murray attacks, and it's Murray finishing it off.
Oh, Keegan Murray. Hopefully we'll be seeing that in the dunk contest one day.
Hero, the pass to Adebayo. No good on the triple.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Levine flying in for the slam.
I'm going to tell you this. Defensively, you cannot let a streak shooter get a groove. And right now, Zach LaVine, he is on fire.
From deep, Mitchell hits the trifecta. Mitchell's got his first 3 points of the game.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Pass to Levine. Levine challenging. Oh, and the jam by Levine.
What determination from Levine, finding his finish despite the contact.
And so Hero will bring it up for Miami. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's the pick. Here's where. And that one is hammered home.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Levine gets the bucket.
A strong inside scorer. Once Levine feels like he's got room to shoot, he does not hesitate.
Hero outside. The kick out to Wiggins. Adebayo, a screen on Murray. Oh, Andrew Wiggins taking flight.
Putting something extra on it. Wiggins showing off what he can do.
Valanciunas passes to Monk. Wiggins with a steal. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Levine, good.
Off the pass, Levine is more or less just automatic. He just lets it fly.
Pass to Ware. 43 seconds left in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Adebayo, a screen on Levine. Mitchell drives in. It's good. Mitchell's got 5. Kings trail by 15. Here's Levine. Got a piece of it. Pass to Adebayo. Monk with a steal. Back come the Kings in transition. And the dunk by Levine.
Ooh, boy, that's some great speed. Athletically, Levine is just a step above most people.
Hero for 3. Drops in the 3. Hero's got 8 points here in the quarter.
and just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Tyler Hero has been on display for Miami. 8 points in the quarter. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All right, a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth quarter. They've got DeMar DeRozan. Markelle Fultz is out there with CLA-PL, and it's Ellis in at the shooting guard position. Pass to Robinson. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's LaBissiere. No good with the triple.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Here's Jovic. And a miss there on the triple.
And sometimes on defense, you could just get lucky.
Here's DeRozan. Big jam by DeMar.
Oh, guess what? DeMar DeRozan with another and one, finishing it off. That takes a strong physical and mental game.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Miami.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running, attacking when they get the chance. Always a great idea.
Here's DeRozan. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
Shooting for Sacramento, DeMar DeRozan. 2. The play is under video review under NBA rules.
So many close calls in every game. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the ref take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. He implored his team to use the clock. He said the clock is our friend. No need to rush things unless they give us a free one. Let's squeeze them out of this game. Back to you, Brian.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
There's an old school feel to DeMar's game. He'll hit you with a pull-up mid-range J. It makes DeRozan really tough to guard. For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Hero, the pass to Jaquez. Oh, stolen by Fultz. Here's Ellis. The shot is good. Fultz making the play. Ellis has got 6 here in the quarter.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Things are firing on all cylinders for them right now. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Oh, stolen by Fultz. And here we go again. The Kings on the break. It's stolen by Jaquez. Now here's Hero. Not a lot of room. Uneasy, too, on the layup. Hero's got 10 points in just the second half. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity at a three-point play. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Alan Chunas, he's checked in for LaBissiere. Sabonis comes in for LaRavia. Zach LaVine, he's checked in for Ellis. And it's Monk in for Fultz. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Inside, Bam really doesn't hold back. He takes his shot right through the foul.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Adebayo. Here's LaVine. DeRozan with the ball. Guarded now by Jaquez. DeRozan against Jaquez. DeRozan passes to Monk. It's stolen by Jaquez. Jacks up a 3. The Heat rebound. And it's Ware missing. Kings trail by 12. Puts the move on. Oh, yes.
Whoa.
Throw it down.
Oh. The ball handling skills of Levine, outstanding at creating for himself.
Monk against Hero. Jaquez up top. Adebayo, a screen on DeRozan. Here's Jaquez. No good from outside. The Kings have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Pass to Monk. On the wing, Levine. Into the lane. Yes! Levine inside.
A ridiculous athlete. I love when Levine puts it on the deck and goes through the lane like that.
The 3 from Mitchell. Again, the Heat misses. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Shot by Levine, no good. Heat leading by 8. And there's the foul. It's on Malik Monk. That'll be a second foul of the game.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Mitchell with room to shoot. Oh, he buries the 20-footer.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Heat.
And it was dueling 3-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Tyler Hero.
Oh, he was at the center of everything that happened in this game. His energy was felt throughout the building, and his impact, well, it was incredible.
And here's Sabonis outside. Knocks it down from distance.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Blocking foul called on Zach Levine. Third personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he gets them both, and it's a 9-point game here. And so Monk will bring it up for the Kings. It's stolen by Jaquez. Hero from way outside, from beyond the arc, and then some. And the Heat lead by 12.
Smooth shot by Hero. Notice how he doesn't rush himself.
Sabonis, the pass to Monk. Adebayo with a steal. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And it's Miami's ball. Pass to Adebayo. Let's go with a 3. Good work defensively by DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan.
Here's Jaquez. Good, and the assist goes to Adebayo. So it's the Heat winning this one easily. This one was hard, Allie. Good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson.